tonight on WLOX News at 5.
Well, as most of you know, we are approaching the 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Many stories were born from that storm that, of course, devastated the Gulf Coast.
Well, Just Over the Rainbow Theater has put together an impressive performance to tell the stories of loss and recovery. Joining us this afternoon to tell us all about it, the show's director and producer, Michael Marks. Down from Hattiesburg, Michael, right?
That's exactly right.
Now, tell us, the viewers, the story you were just telling us. This has been performed all over the world over the last 10 years, and you've raised a lot of money for hurricane relief.
That's exactly right. We wrote the show 10 years ago, and it premiered at Hattiesburg High School, and since then sort of has traveled the world in terms of people buying royalties to do the show, and every performance generates money for disaster victims. And so we are going to be this Sunday at the Mary C. O'Keefe Cultural Center, and that too will help generate funds.
Well, tell me a little bit about the story. You're also one of the playwrights.
Absolutely. It is a beautiful story. It follows a diverse cast of characters. 10 years ago, my theater students went into the field immediately after Hurricane Katrina, and they interviewed people on the coast here, in New Orleans, in Mobile, of course, in Hattiesburg, and all over. The script, in true tectonic theater fashion, is born of those interviews. And so it's basically a retelling of what people thought and what they felt during the days after Katrina.
And I imagine for audience members who went through the storm and actually experienced it firsthand, they can probably get a bit emotional, huh?
Oh, absolutely. It spans the emotion. You know, 10 years ago, we traveled the country performing this. Boston, Philadelphia, Orlando, we were everywhere except for the coast. It was just too raw. You didn't need to know the story. You were living it. And so it's a rare opportunity that we have an opportunity to come back to the Mississippi coast and share what we shared with the rest of the world.
Well, it must be very rewarding for you, not only to be able to share the story and have so many people interested in it, but then to be so successful in raising these funds as well.
Absolutely. We've raised over $300,000 to date. Every performance worldwide, and there have been performances in Australia, in Scotland, England, Canada, all over the world. And each show, by our contract, donates royalties of those performances to disaster victims, and we feel really good about that.
Now, will you be bringing the cast down from Hattiesburg, or
yes.
Did you cast this locally?
No, the cast will be traveling from Hattiesburg. We just closed a 3-day stand in Hattiesburg, and so we wanted to play Ocean Springs, as we do with Just Over the Rainbow Theater. We bring many of our shows here to the coast, sort of in a cultural exchange, and we're excited about coming here Sunday for 2 performances, one at 2 p.m. and one at 7 p.m.
Now, I'm guessing over the last 10 years you've had several different casts that have traveled around the world in different locations.
Well, this is my second cast, because the first cast I traveled extensively with, but we didn't change the characters, didn't change the cast. So it's been 10 years since I have directed a play. I've left that to others. And so it's been really rare, because this time we have people from the original cast that are coming back as producers, and former students from all across the globe, and many of whom are equity actors and, you know, artisans in their own right who have come back to share this moment at the 10th anniversary.
Well, it's the Katrina Project, Mary C. O'Keefe, on Sunday. 2 shows, as Michael said, at 2 o'clock with a special matinee, and then the curtain will rise again at 7 p.m.
Yeah, sounds fascinating. Thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
And thanks for being with us on the 4 o'clock show.